Let's go. TWB, think with Bookmaps, baby. Let's get it. Live RMTWB. You don't know what you're missing, what you're waiting for. Live RMTWB. You don't know what you're missing, what you're waiting for. Alex guys, you are trading on liquidity and order flow. You gotta know the flow. Live setups, bro, that's all you need. Pro insights, how you get them profits up. He ain't trying to be your mentor. He ain't trying to sell you a course. He's here to show you what you never see before. Once you get it, it's a cheat code. You don't know what you're missing, what you're waiting for. Live RMTWB. You don't know what you're missing, what you're waiting for. Why would I lie to you? 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 Live RMTWB. You don't know what you're missing, what you're waiting for. Live RMTWB. You don't know. Bookmaps, 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 bookmaps. Welcome to Think with Bookmaps, where we trade futures in a blink with Bookmaps. And for that dough you gotta think with Bookmaps. It's Bookmaps, it's Bookmaps, it's Bookmaps. It's the moment you've all been waiting for. That's right, everybody's favorite community. The Think with Bookmaps, Think with Bookmaps, Think with Bookmaps community. It's the Think with Bookmaps, Think with Bookmaps, Think with Bookmaps community. Think with Bookmaps, Think with Bookmaps, Think with Bookmaps community. Think with Bookmaps, Think with Bookmaps, Think with Bookmaps community. Yeah, Think with Bookmaps community, man. It's the TWB community. It's the TWB community, man. Yeah, it's the TWB community. Welcome to Think with Bookmaps, where we trade futures in a blink with Bookmaps. And for that dough you gotta think with Bookmaps. It's Bookmaps, it's Bookmaps, it's Bookmaps. All these guys are saying where the females at, man. I'm saying, bro, what are you on about, man? I'm trying to trade futures in here, bro. We trade futures, man. This is futures trading. If you wanna go find a girlfriend, then go on Tinder, bro. Go on Tinder, go on Hinge, go on some other app, bro. We trade futures in here. Think with Bookmaps community. It's the Think with Bookmaps community, man.
Good evening. What's going on? How's everybody doing tonight? Everybody have a good weekend? What's up, Kaz Trades? Holy Earth, David Miller, what's happening? Good evening, good evening, good evening. We got some analysts out there. Anthony Mells, what's up, amigo? How's it going? So the analysts are saying a lot of different things about there's a possibility of a more downward push. Everybody hear me okay? I'm assuming. Just waiting for some things to come up. Hopefully we get some good moves. I got a couple evals tonight. Elite Trader Funding and a couple Lucids. So Netflix is about to take off. Oh. Take off money to fund their venture, I'm assuming, or take off as in like a plane going up. Take that two different ways, Anthony. Sure, what you meant was go up. Let's take a peek at the charts here. Let's see, anybody have some sort of up or down? I'm going to start a poll for the chat. About to skyrocket. Oh, okay. Let's see, poll. See what the chat thinks about the market tonight. What's up, K-Mac? Ivan, what's happening? Is it Ivan? Ivan. How you hearing me in the Discord? We got Emilio, Cast Trades, David, Monte, Harsh, and Merlin. I'm doing something a little different. I'm streaming from the Discord as well as YouTube, so you can watch on both or one or the other. YouTube is a few seconds behind. Yeah, it's gonna have some latency, Dave, but that's okay. Cafe. I'm expecting a clearance sale, and you? I think that we need to get this thing a little cheaper. It lost a lot of momentum on the daily. We kind of closed this candle down half, 50%, 25,732 on the daily chart. We obviously tested this, or we're trying to test the support or this resistance here, but we did find resistance in this area and rejected it pretty hard. I do see a pullback, you know, that we could possibly make. And what I'm targeting or thinking based off of previous history, that we kind of go fill something of that nature. I'm only drawing in green because that's the color, but yeah, I think that would be respectable to see. Again, we can continue up, and it would be wise of them to make a higher low because then if we just make a higher high, then it makes sense for them to come back after we make the higher high. But I mean, we got this trend line. I can draw a trend of fib trend based fib retracement from that low to this high on the daily. I mean, if we see 26,205 for a predicted move, but from the daily, but I guess where would you say that that pullback was? Right here. So yeah, it's looking like a head and shoulders at the top here and a lower high. So we got the left shoulder, we got the head, we got the right on the daily time frame. If we go down and make a inverse head and shoulders, that would be ideal. We'll be looking for somewhere around 24 or 359. So we're gonna take some time to get there, I would believe. But you know, it's definitely trade what you see. And I see head and shoulders beginning. We need the right shoulder to make. But if that was the lower high down here, then what I think it could do is we go higher or we go lower, and then we make that shoulder and come back up. But I mean, that's weekly, higher time frame situations. Again, trade what you see. Wouldn't be shocked if it goes higher. NQ seems to always just go up, especially, you know, during these trading days. We got about 6 minutes before we get started here. On my chart, if you're just joining us on the YouTube for the first time, or in the Discord, I run a Macdicator. We have the 9 EMA, the 5 EMA, a VWAP, and a 20 EMA. So actually, I'll do VWAP 5, 9, 20, and then 200 EMA. I usually watch it from the 1 minute chart, but I do look at higher time frames to make decisions on possible directions, and also I do watch structure. But we kind of stuck in this little range area, so I want to draw some supports before we get the market started. So we have a support roughly about here, and then if I would say probably this wick right here, right there at 25,696. We got a wick down there. We got a support here at 25,644. We have a support here. I would even go as far as to say as we go fill this gap at some point here shortly. Let's see. And then to the upside, let's draw some resistance lines here. We got one there. This whole area, I would say, to this gap. So we should kind of go see this gap here. If we do get past that gap, then I'd be looking for something along the lines of a resistance there, a resistance here, and then moving forward, this pivot that we got sitting up here. Yeah, trade what you see, Kathy. That's exactly the best way to say it, put it. You know, don't predict this market. Trade what you see. Let's see what we got in the Discord. Who's chatting? 52 lot down at 700. Okay, yeah. Yeah, we got the Macdicator and the Bookmaps up. So let's see, 700. 700 does have a 50 lot relaxing and chilling down there on the books, and you can see it on the right hand side here. I got the NQ pricing up on the right here, and then of course what we do is we just want to make sure that we have some of these support and resistance. So we got the 200 on the one down here at 25,727.75. Depending on where we open, we got that resistance here at this pivot 25, previous day pivot 25 7 40 50. So it should be good night. We got about 3 minutes before we get started. Let's look at the poll we got here. 75% of you think the Bears were gonna take the show tonight, which I'm okay with. Just look for your entry. Got the VWAP here, this blue line, and then the 5, 9, and 20. So the 9 did just recently cross the 20 prior to Friday's session, so or closing session. So we'll see how we open. All right, so tonight I got Elite Trader funding. I have 2 Lucid accounts, 250Ks, and then 150K Elite Trader funding. But Elite Trader funding, I'm just kind of doing a quick day trade, nothing crazy. You guys hear me okay? Am I coming through on the mic good enough? Awesome. Loud and clear. Okay, I've been working on that. Hello, Kevin. Haven't seen you here yet. Welcome. Awesome. Good. No double. You don't hear me in the Discord doubling up unless you turn on your sound from your Discord and your YouTube. So it looks like somebody's going to be probably playing the song on the book maps. We'll see. Oh, we're open. Wow, good pump up, huh? Right to this Macdicator gap, 25, 767, 25. We got that set up. Looks like we're gonna hold 25, 700 as supporting price. Anybody roll over their contracts yet? I think that's happening soon. What are we on, the H6? Oh yeah, no, we're Creative 8 moved us over to the H6. NQZ5 is where we're currently at right now. So contract rollover is going to be key. On the H6, we're already at 25. We're lower, 25.6, 25.9, 25.600, or 26,000 on the H6. So we have a lot more volume on the H6 contract, or at least we're getting there. So I'm curious to see if let me check something real quick here. Yeah, I gotta change up my chart real quick. There you go. Yeah, I needed to make sure that I was able to show you my trades when I get into them. Yeah, QQQ trader, Bookmap's on the other channel. So this is the RyanMac channel for live Alex TWB, your co-host. If you're just joining us, we got 4 channels right now running on the Bookmaps, so you can watch both at the same time, whichever you decide. Woo! Wow. Okay, let's go. 200 EMA broke right on that pivot. So are we gonna go and bounce here, or that is the question? Dang. Good size candle. Yep, right to that gap. Right back up. All right, QQQ trader.
Order rejected. Stop filled. Order filled.
All right, let's see if the VWAP holds. I really like this for a sell idea on the VWAP to come back and go a little lower, but I'm gonna be a bit patient here. I'm finding supports on the 29 and 5 EMA. This purple EMA is a 20 EMA on my chart for those of you watching, and the 9 EMA is the yellow, and the 5 EMA is the light blue. We got the VWAP up here, which is the darker blue. We're kind of finding some sort of resistance on it right now, but let's see if we can't reject this area here like we did last time. I'd like to probably take a short back down to the VWAP. But the CVDs, the deltas on the Bookmap is green, so patience is key. Let's look at the MACD indicator here. I'm going to pull up the MACD indicator to see what we got going on. Yeah, it looks like we want to cross that higher time frame. The 12 and the 26 on the Macdicator. So, or the MACD, sorry. But we'll see. See if we can't hold it. Oh, we'll hold it. Patience. Trade what you see. Very important. Stick to your plan tonight. Let's look at some economic news. Let's kind of look at that. Let's see the economic calendar for the week. China's got some news tonight. Ooh. Let's see. That should be around 9 p.m. On the Eastern Seaboard. That's a red folder. Balance of trade, exports year over year, imports year over year. We're going to have Australia with some red folder news tomorrow morning or afternoon, evening, sorry. But the U.S. tomorrow 10 a.m. we have consumer inflation expectations. So the 3-month bill auction is about 10:30 a.m. for some news events tomorrow. Let's see. I'm gonna go only over the red folder events for the week. So Tuesday we have balance of trade from Germany, and then we have Jolts. Jolts is a big one on Tuesday, 9 a.m. And then the U.S. has Jolts, and then China has inflation rate year over year. You have the Canadian BOC interest rate decision, the Fed interest rate decisions on Wednesday. So FOMC, Wednesday, big day. See if Powell wants to pull the rug there, where the guidance could be hawkish for sure. Welcome, Coach Fred. Love the Bookmap feed on the New York. First time I see a host here. Welcome. Yeah, I'm RyanMac, the co-host. Hit the like button if you're enjoying the stream. You know, like, subscribe, notification would be great. But you know what? If you're part of the community already, then love to see your support. Thank you in advance. I need to check on something real quick, so we're gonna be right back. Are we gonna reject or continue through this pivot? Still handling some things over here, so I'll pop back up on the feed here when I get it all situated. Thank you for your patience. I don't know. I wanted to go short at the VWAP, but obviously we were pushing a little higher, and then I had some things I had to handle, so. Do we have anything below? Yeah, 25, 651. All my lines that I drew was on the other contract, so I'm gonna redraw some lines for us. Now these lines are support lines. That's possibilities of where we could bounce when price gets to it. So we'll besides the EMAs and the pivots that come across, so. Yeah, according to actually Steve, 25,700 could be that magnet, but we're bouncing here off 25,700, 2650. So we need to see if we can get away from these EMAs, away from this VWAP area where we can spread out the resistance levels. We got one tick gaps down there. And we just went back for this one tick gap here, looking for the 20 EMA. And let's see if this comes back to 25,700, 37.75. Well, we can go higher. Kind of just flipped on us at the 200 EMA pivot. So I'm still holding here. I just got my evals all set up to take a trade. So now you guys can see it, and then I gotta come back up on the live here soon. Are we gonna go back? Are we gonna come back? Are we gonna fan out these EMAs and find support off them, continue up higher, or find resistance here? Man, that wick up there just went straight to that Macdicator gap. Absolutely insane. Risking 3 micros up until that gap, Steve. Yeah, that's a possibility. Yeah, the wick retest is imminent, you know, at some point. Especially the low. So we went to go get both gaps within the first 5-10 minutes. We went high, open for the first minute. We came back down and filled this gap down here. And then we've kind of been ranging in between them. I mean, we got POC and a standard deviation below us, 25,750. All right, let's try this again. Let me see here. All right. Oh, we rejected it. Anybody sell it? I'm looking at the Bookmap, you know, for some confluences of price action and what this thing's trying to do. We got thin volume all the way up until probably about 25,725. Deltas are red on the Bookmaps. We got thin volume all the way up until roughly 25,765. Nothing of significance except for what just popped up at 25,770. We got 18 contracts there. And again, at 25,700, it's got 56 contracts resting. So, again, channeling and ranging for this first half hour. We got about, so it's about 6:30, 6:27. I see my clock isn't updating. Let me see if I could fix that. Hmm. Need a better clock. Mic sounds way better. Yeah, I played with the settings. It's been trial and error this week for sure. This last week was definitely trial and error of what buttons to push, what to do, how to do it. It's been a big learning curve for me. Not gonna even under exaggerate it, because it's taken a lot to get to this point. The MACD, actually, I would rather use it over RSI. So I recently added it to my chart as an individual indicator, but I rather watch that than RSI. RSI don't really work for indices, futures, even ETFs. So it can confluence, but you know, there's no such thing as an oversold ETF because it's 500, 100, you know, different companies into one. But just to answer your question, Echo. So if you're in the Discord and have yet to visit the YouTube, head over to the YouTube and hit the like button for me. If you're in the Discord, that'd be great. I'm just still kind of doing this range, finding support off the VWAP here. Good 10 points from the VWAP. Be right back. All right. I see an opportunity to possibly go short. Let's try it. I'm gonna do one mini or base hit here.
Stock fill.
And we're in. David Monte has everyone here joined the Discord server already? Maybe, possibly, depends. It's a good question. I mean, we're not really attracting much more new subscribers or viewers at the moment. All right, we got just type Discord, David, and it'll pop right up. The link will. And then 60 yard, no little TDS Friday move up back to neutral accumulation for hours. Kind of says we're setting up for a big move Monday, Tuesday, it seems. Yeah, I would agree. I would agree. All right, are we gonna come back down here and check the 20? Or should I do a risk management, try to get out at break even? You know, sometimes it's just best to kind of let it play out sometimes. Stick to your plan. But it looks like it's probably gonna hit my stop loss here. Delta's flipped green on me. Turn down lighting. You're just joining us. I'm currently in a short at 25,747.50. One mini. 10-point stop loss. We got 15-point TP. So let's check to see. We're a little less than 15 points. 12.75 points. So we'll see if we come back and at least get to that entry. See what we do here. Deltas are kind of flipping back to the red. Nice little push back down. See if we bounce on the 20 EMA. If it breaks and closes below this 20 EMA in 27 seconds, we might have a good trade here on our hands. We might. Or we might have the thought process says that was the get out. Manage this trade better. And we did have some sellers come in on that candle. Bring that cumulative delta down lower. 1 second. Trading a 50K Lucid account live with you tonight. Check them out. They got 30 to 35% off depending on what plan you want to go with. They have a Flex and a Pro plan, which I find to be very, very decent plans. They're probably kind of one of the best prop rules right now in the business. Right up there with a couple other of them. No activation fee. The Pro needs 1 day to pass. The Flex needs 50% consistency in the eval stage. But they don't have very strict rules when it comes to funded. Check them out. Right, type Lucid in the chat for the link, and if you have Lucid already, RMTWB. All right, looks like we're pushing towards that VWAP area. End of day drawdown as well. So we did break the VWAP. Nice little set there. Coming back up for that entry. Wow. 1 minute. Right back up to top, seems like. See if we get below that 9 EMA here. Japan GDP, choppy PA. Yeah, it is definitely being choppy, but I think we still go lower, so see how we do here. Gotta close below this VWAP. I think this time around, pretty interested in seeing it break the VWAP, and if it does, I'll bring my stop loss to break even. Again, end of day drawdown, so got the Bookmap probably going off, maybe. So get a good 7 seconds. We gotta close below VWAP. Otherwise, I need to get out. Or at least risk manage that. Yeah. Back to the gap fill. Finding support off the VWAP there. 15-minute just closed. Right back up. Pretty indecisive. Bouncing off the mean and the VWAP. So doesn't know which way it wants to go yet. Oh wow. Pushing. Looking still like a head and shoulders that could be created here on the right side. Bulls are not giving it up too easily. Well, how's everybody's weekend while we're sitting in this, waiting for this to make a better move to my stop loss or my TP? Everybody have a good weekend? Christmas decorations? Outside setting up all the lights. Like the Griswolds. Man. Trying to get famous. Be the most lit up on your block. See, that's how they get you. The electric company sits there and goes, come on, light those houses up. Check the meters before we go through the month. Check the meters. And then check them in January. See how much they use. Me, I'm like turning off lights. Oh my goodness. Straight up LED. LED, you know, one outlet. Mine as well. You can hook them up to battery, like definitely a car battery. That would be more ideal. Probably last a while too. And just charge the battery by putting the kids on the exercise bikes. Oh man. Probably that was my I think that might have been a possible get out. Unless this wants to turn into the right shoulder. If you can see it in the 1 minute, the structure there, the left shoulder, the head, the possible right shoulder here we need to build. And make do. I like that rejection there. I don't think we're done with 751 yet, or 50 yet. But we could be. We could be done with it. So. Oh, GDP, what time is that at? right now. Should be right about now. Algos are on. Japan GDP. Oh man. Whoa. Okay, so negative 2.3%. Forecast was negative 1.8%. Came in a little bit higher. Consensus was negative 2. Previous was negative or positive 2.3% for the annualized final. So we're a little bit hotter than normal. I don't know if that was good or bad. I don't know if they bought the news or they're selling it, but it looks like they're pushing it up. Pretty slow start to that GDP. It's not even a red folder event, but it's still an event, you know. And they can still use it as an excuse to do whatever they want to do with the market based off of those numbers, even if it's not a red folder event. But it's still significant to where we could or we could not use it as a catalyst to move in a direction they need to move. But we're making higher highs and higher lows, so the push up is kind of in favor. Had a couple opportunities to get out of this trade, and I just hoping for that right shoulder. Got in a little too early for that. Obviously back here is when I entered the trade, so you know, I mean, now I'm just waiting for the right shoulder to play out or go back up to my stop loss. We got about 6 minutes before we get to the top of the hour. Buyers are in control. Just kind of doing a whole lot of consolidation. We're on the POC 750. So that is the POC. We do have 17 orders down at 25,735, which is V or the 200 EMA, which is also the standard deviation. We do have some liquidity down there that we could want to go fill. But in the meantime, we're here. At 25,749.50-ish. If we can't go up, what does it do? Goes down. So it either needs to go up, or just give us a nice bearish engulfing candle to the VWAP here. Yeah, it's got to go somewhere, K-Mac. Hello, Gene. How are you? Let's get a dad joke in here, huh? I like the dad jokes. Let's see. All right, let's see what we got. Dad joke. Why does the moon rock taste better than the earth rock? Because it's a little meteor. It's a good one. It's a little meteor. Nice. All right, we just dumped off there quickly. See if we get past the VWAP here at 743. A little hold. See if that right shoulder wants to come back here. Echo, I don't want to buy a PS5 Pro. PS5 Pro? No, thank you. I have enough problems with the PS5 regular with my kids. All right, we found some support off the VWAP there. Looking like we need to go retest the 25,743 for me to be interested in staying short in this, even though we are dumping off pretty good. We have 16 resting orders there at 42, which we need to kind of go get filled. I would definitely say that 25,743 is the neckline for this head and shoulders that we kind of built. I mean, look, it looks like a head and shoulders. We got the left shoulder, the head, the right. We just need continuation now. I would say 25,740 is the neckline. I mean, yeah, for the most part, 740 would be the neck. So we need a break and close below the VWAP. I'd like to see it get to 700. Be a good 46 points if it did. All right, it is 7 p.m. Beautiful break of the VWAP there. Beautiful. Just stay down there. Take us all the way to 35. Let's go. There it is. There's 35. Oh, wow. Straight down to 28. Wow. All right. 340. 728. Hit the gap. That would have been a nice hold there. That gap run. Like I said, I'd like to see right around 700. If we can get another dump down, that'd be beautiful. Breaking low of day. Yes, come on, let's go. One mini, guys. And women, ladies. Nice, beautiful hold. Almost down to 700 there. Come on, let's go. Somebody heard me. One mini making up 725. Let's see if we can get to 700. We got 59 contracts there. I front ran it a little bit. 775. Came to 708. See if we can continue. We could get some more continuation. I'm gonna pull my stop loss into the break even. Let's see here. We got about new minute, new candle, new minute open. Coming down to the 700 maybe. Maybe back to retest 708. What do we got at 708? Nothing. We got 11 resting contracts. It's a real thin book right now. Hey, silly thing. Thank you. Greetings from USA. Your greetings are from Poland. That's cool, man. I'm in Poland. Let's see if I can manage this trade properly. Yeah, we're still pushing lower. Like to hear the book map real quick. All right, we're at 712. Just retesting. They got to break that 708 low. Coming up on it pretty quick. Need to get to 775 is the goal. Put me up at $1,000 if it got to that point. Good 45-point hold on one mini if it does get there. A lot of liquidity. See if she wants to push lower. Again, this was a prior support here, so I want to see if we reject it, go lower. Oh, that looks like the turnaround candle. If it doesn't get below it, we need to get close below this candle here at 7:03 p.m. And definitely below 719. So I'm short. 25,747.50 was my entry. I've been in it for a little while before it dumped off. Have a 700.75 TP. We could go high. We can bounce here at this low. We need to get back to 708 to kind of break through and go get that 62 contract liquidity down there. It is magnetizing to it. See if we can't get it to get through here. Rejecting the 5 EMA. It's cold, dark, and that depressing northern icy wind. Brr. Yeah, I know the feeling. Current temperature right now is 4 degrees where I am. All right, let's see here. Bookmap isn't moving too much, but let's see how this 5-minute closes. Nice, beautiful 5-minute close lower. Now we're heading towards 15. Let's see if we can't get to that low of day, break that low session low, and get to that 700 liquidity there. We could continue lower, but we do have a support at 697. And then we have a support at 677. So depending on how these candles go, could send us lower. In fact, I'd like to probably try to see if we can't get it to here. Maybe. We'll see. I don't want to hold this thing too long, let it come back on me. There's truly no point. We are rejecting 719 really nicely, rejecting that point, so I want to see it continue lower than 708. Continue past 25 700. We do have some liquidity in between all the way to 650, so we'll see. And this is the moment of truth. Do we break 708, which is low of day, and continue lower? Rip out their stop losses. Oh. Popped right back up. Let's see if we come right back down. All right, watching for 708. We got 12 resting orders there that we could reach for. We got 16 seconds left on the minute. We'll see how that turns out. Delta's still red. MACD still pushing lower. My goodness, MACD is still pushing way lower. Still have a little bit of room to go. So if we get lower, let's say, yeah, we could break this low here on the MACD. Made a lower low. We need to make a lower low here, so we need to come in between here for the MACD. So about 26 seconds left on this 1-minute candle. Looking like a little bit of a bear flag on the 1 minute. Gold trying to break upwards. Florida State? Yeah, I want to go to Florida. The wife Decatur came down. She said, "Oh, honey, we're getting robbed." And I was like, "What do you mean we're getting robbed?" We could pay for less house and less money for more house in a warmer state. And I said, makes sense. we should move. But we're just trying to clear up our loose ends here before we get out of Dodge. Yeah, that's a nice feature to get rid of property tax. Okay, so we're coming back. We're at 706. I mean, we made it to a low of 702. This was my original TP, was 701 ish right here. Now we just have to keep pushing her down. And Q, don't make me get out the donut. I'll get out the donut. I'm gonna get some donuts out if you don't want. We need some donuts. Oh yeah, we need a donut. Come on, let's go lower. Oh yeah, you know what? I'm gonna feed her a donut. She needs a donut. Nice little hold here. See if we can't capture some points, huh? We got the sell order here at 50. I'm trying to capture 60 points here on one mini. Come on, get the donut. I know you're hungry. You haven't eaten all weekend. Gotta have fun with it, right, guys and gals? Gotta have fun with it. New minute. Closed on that low there. Doesn't sound much of a sweep. All right, 700. Do we fill that order at on the book? Oops, hold on one second. I messed up my Bookmap look. No, we bounced. Okay. We didn't get the 63 contracts yet. We bounced. Wow, it's still the deltas. The MACD still has yet to curl. We did get lower on the MACD. I think we need to take this a bit lower on the MACD. But this could be the possible turnaround if we have some momentum. We do have some momentum to go lower. But again, watching for confluence in the real-time trading. See if we can't not want to retest, maybe retest the 20. That's rejecting the gap here. You need to stay below this gap. Keep rolling lower. What state is Dodge in? Oh no, I mean it's a figure of speech. Picano. Figure of speech. Like where I am, it's cold. It's like get out of Dodge. You're dodging it pretty much. But yeah. Get out of Dogecoin. Okay, did we find a support here at 725? I think we may have. Now of course, now I'm just watching to see if we make a lower high at this 7718 and stay below this 9 EMA. That's the goal, I guess, in my mind, that we want to stay below this 9. Kind of do hoping for one of these. Again, hope and poop in one hand and hope in the other, and you don't know what you'll get, but probably be more likely a poop but you know, it could do the opposite. Sounds like a little, it looks a little get out-ish, whatever's trying to do. We did get to 700. That was my original TP. Let's see how it responds at 719. "29 seconds left on this candle, showing us we need a reversal." Dr. Pepper. Break out the chicken bones. Oh, I could do that too. I can do chicken bones. Chicken and donuts? You want some chicken? We got the MACD crossing here. We'll see if we want to go lower. Like, honestly, I feel like I'm even in a good spot just to hold. Because if it does do one of these, say per se, like, I'd be okay if it just did one of these, you know, just kind of channeled here. Not a big deal to me. I'd rather hold. I have an end of day drawdown, so I'm not suffering. Dukes of Hazzard. I'm using some of your songs on the opening. Appreciate you building into that. I was wondering if you could show me how to do more songs. Put a hot girl there? At the moment, the hottest girl I can get is this. But I don't look at NQ as being a man. When I talk about stuff, I think, oh, let's say it can be Santa Claus. Santa Claus, there you go. Christmas. There should be a dancing emoji. There it is. There we go. Come dance with me right here. And Q doesn't want to dance. Dancing's dancing. No matter what emoji's up there. We're gonna dance. Coming right back up to that pivot. Again, we're hitting 719. I want to stay under 719. I do, because that's where we kind of like violated everything here, but it doesn't look like it wants to stay down below the 20. So again, even if it gets up here, it would literally have to bullish engulf all the way back up to 742.50. I mean, that was a great profit here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, all the way down. I should have kept to my original TP, and I knew that if I moved it, there was a possibility that I could have to wait longer. So again, you got to think of your time. Time is the most important thing you have in your life. You can't get it back, and how much you think of its worth is worth, right? So if we have liquidity down at 690, which we do on the books, we could be reversing on this standard deviation here at 19, and we could possibly fall through 700 and continue down lower. So I got an 87 there. And of course, you can always think it could reverse. So what's at 87? Well, we got a wick at 86.50. Okay, so on the left, on the 1 minute. So if we can close this one minute here with a double top here, reversal back on the 9 EMAs, that would be beautiful for our reversal. But we can continue higher. We're finding support. I just don't want the 9 and 20 to cross, because otherwise that was the higher low and the inverse head and shoulders here at 700. So we'll see if they want to hold that inverse head and shoulders. We got that left shoulder, change that to bullish, got that head and that right shoulder here, but you know that's here nor there because it's still in a range. And of course this would be kind of considered the bottom of the range. So this box here from here to here, it's kind of a big range here. We got that to this. And so it's, I would say that it's roughly in the middle of it. Yeah. We're here we got 52 points up and 60. Okay, so this would be roughly the middle. 67, 55. Yeah, so we're roughly in the middle of this bigger range. And if you put it out on the 30-minute, we're kind of getting it. But on the 30-minute, we do have that left shoulder, head, right shoulder possibility too. So coming back to 697 could be better than closing here. And then, of course, going and testing lower, testing higher. Really depends. Patience, though. Patience is the setup. We find 19 as the resistance to go lower in this bear flag is the question I'm having. Let's draw a little trend line here to test that theory. Yeah, it broke up and gapped up a little bit here at 19. Oh, there it is. There's a bullish engulfing. I'll see how the 200 EMA comes in. Looks like we're just running straight to it. Okay, we have a mean there as well, 25, 7, 35, 13, mean on the session, a VWAP tap, and then we kind of rejected, but I don't like this to hold, because we could be headed right back for the POC, or we can be, this could certainly be a look above and fail. Like to see it come back to 25, 7, 22 ish. I mean, the pivot's right here. Coming up on the bottom of the half hour, or the bottom of the hour, about 6 minutes. Very curious to see how we respond on the VWAP and the 200 EMA. If we close above it, then it's time for me to sit it out. If we close below it, I'm gonna be patient and wait for a lower high and see if this is the route it wants to take. We're on the pivot here, and then of course, you know, we have this coming down that we're doing. So looks like the bottom of an S, right? If you just remember those S's that we used to probably draw, just kind of go like this, like these, you know, and this one goes up like this. I don't, it's, yeah, you get the point. It's been so long since I've even driven through one. Probably shouldn't be drawing, but got to be entertaining for some reason, some way, somehow. This is for entertainment purposes. Plus, I'm gonna head over to the Discord in about 5 minutes with the rest of this trade. So I'm gonna take the last 5 minutes, 4 minutes to thank you all for joining me tonight during Globex extended trading hours. Working on my setup to get this working properly has been a chore, but I enjoy it, and I would like to provide you all great content in the near future. I hope it's easy to read, simple to understand. Hope you enjoy watching me take trades, holding trades. This is how I would operate on any level. A little bit bigger size, I would have taken my profits down here, but I mean, it is what it is. Check out our affiliates. We got quite a few discounts that are happening for the Christmas season, Xmas season, the holiday season. Again, it's just one of those situations where you can take advantage. I use Lucid, Elite Trader Funding, Apex, and once in a while Blue Skies. So check those out. Use RMTWB if you're interested in the link so you can sign up. You can click the link down there, or you can type it in the chat. Check out our Discord if you're new to the YouTube, and of course, if you wanted to donate it directly to TWB, you can type in PayPal. Anyone went short up there with me, I hope you guys are staying green. I hope you guys take your profit already, or if you're holding like I am, you know, don't let it get back too far on you. But I hope you all have a great evening. I will be on tomorrow morning. I'm probably gonna do the NQ. I really like the NQ for the morning. Morning open, about 15 minutes prior to open, so about 9:15. I should probably be streaming for about an hour and a half, or if I take it longer, give or take. So I'll be back here tomorrow night as well in the Discord and on the YouTube. So I'm trying to get a good feel for a schedule and which one I like better to trade. So I hope you all have a great evening. Gonna give you guys about a minute and a half longer. And this trade, if I do cut out, we'll see what it comes to. So like to see it stay below the VWAP. We need to stay below the VWAP in order for me to be interested in even sticking around here. Preferably the 200 EMA. So it looks like I might be getting out here shortly if we don't reject the 200 and go lower. We do have some targets lower. The Macdicator, again, we have to get through this mess here at 25.7, back at 25.19. And if we continue breaking lower, 25.709, 701, and then through that 59 lots that we have down there. Of course, first we have to get through the 5, 9, and 20 EMAs, and also this trend. So coming up close on the half hour. See if the half hour candle wants to look like it wants to go a little lower. Let's see, we've got 40 seconds here where that candle closes, and I'd like to see it close below the 20 on the half. So again, it can do whatever it wants to do, but we got about 20 seconds left. Discord, I'm coming your way here very shortly, but I'm gonna hop off the video camera and take a quick snack break. All right, new half hour. Again, YouTube, thank you so much. Hope you all have a great evening. Stay green. If you stick here, it's going to send you right back to the NQ's book maps. So there's nothing really you have to do. And hope you all have a great night. Peace.
Gas beats on the vibe. TWB, we locked in.
Yeah, charts run deep when the lights go low. Alex on stream, letting all of it show. No hype, no cap, just the honest flow. We don't guess here, we just let it go. Watching Bookmap like it's painting truth. Every level tell a story, every flash got proof. I've seen traders break down trying to chase that move, but we sit still even when the price gets loose. You see red, you panic, we see red, we wait. Discipline the difference between love and hate. It's not just lines, it's the way you breathe. TWB taught me how to trade and lead. Think with Bookmaps, don't just feel. Most want thrills, but this game's too real. One clean setup, that's the deal. This ain't about luck, it's how you heal. Mind sharp, wrist light, wrist tight. Streaming live, but my head's on right. Let the world rush, I stay calm. Found my edge in the quiet, not the storm. Sometimes I stare at the chart for an hour straight. No trade, no stress, just protecting fate. Most lose fast, trying to move like greats, but greatness waits, that's the part they fake. Seen people blow bags off a single loss. Ego loud when you don't know the cost. Alex talking, I just take the notes. Every word hit different when your soul's that close. I don't need hype, I just need that zone. I don't need signals, I can see it on my own. Flow with the tape, heart on chill. Master the mind, that's the real skill. Think with Bookmaps, feel that pace. TWB fam, we don't chase. Price don't lie, you just gotta see that patience is profit eventually. Protect that peace, don't trade to impress. Most just flex, but they trade in stress. This stream ain't noise, it's growth in view. We study the market and ourselves too. Yeah, think with Bookmaps, feel that pace. TWB fam, we don't chase. Price don't lie, you just gotta see that patience is profit eventually. Protect that peace, don't trade to impress. Most just flex, but they trade in stress. This stream ain't noise, it's growth in view. We study the market and ourselves too.